Who put the moon there, and why do scientists doubt its place? This massive object hanging right above our heads, always facing us with its front side. We're used to water-to-land evolution. But when astronomers began closely examining the moon, questions arose. What exactly is it? Its diameter is a quarter of Earth's, its mass 1/81st. This ratio is unique and utterly unreasonable. It's like having a lion with a half-grown cheetah as its sidekick. This defies rules. Apollo seismographs show impacts. The moon resonates like a giant bell for hours. This sparked a wild hypothesis. The moon might be hollow, coupled with its nearly perfect circular orbit, and its constant single-side view of Earth defies logic. Is it an Earth observatory or a cosmic coincidence? Or is it the sole witness to a galactic collision? Get ready, let's unravel this mystery. Where did this enigmatic sphere come from, suspended above us for 4.5 billion years? We must start with one fierce pioneer, George Darwin. Yes, his father was the renowned biologist Charles Darwin. He proposed an audacious theory that billions of years ago, Earth spun fast, surface covered in molten lava. Powerful centrifugal forces stretched Earth into an oblong shape like a rugby ball. And then, at some momentary point, it flung off a large chunk of itself. This ejected piece of matter is what we know today as the moon. The imagery is vivid, a daughter separated from her mother. How fast did Earth need to spin to eject such a massive chunk? Scientists calculated, Earth's day then was 2.5 hours, impossible and unsustainable. DNA tests show the moon is iron poor, debunking the fission theory. Captured from space, a wandering entity, a common event in astronomy. By accident, it plunged into Earth's gravitational trap. It originally intended to just pass through, but never expected to stay for billions of years. This theory sounds much more reasonable considering that within our solar system, Mars and Jupiter both have such captured moons. Experts dismiss the idea. It's not about capturing a moon. He sought a shortcut, but never imagined a billion-year stay. Untranslated, experts dismissed it, saying it's unrelated to finding subordinates. Catching a bullet, aiming for its twin in space. Capturing it intact in a perfect orbit is statistically negligible. The most lethal blow came from DNA testing. Oxygen isotopic analysis again confirmed that Earth and the Moon originate from the same stellar region, making them neighbors. Astronomers fell silent as both origins were debunked. However, note that among the recent evidence, there remains a crucial clue. If they are neighbors, does it not imply their place of origin is identical? Thus, the third theory logically emerges. Is it possible for them to be twins, emerging simultaneously from the same vast cloud of dust, one larger and one smaller? This explains why their DNA is so similar. Many scientists saw it as the final answer. But just as everyone thought this solution was undoubtedly correct, that old question resurfaced again. Earth has a massive iron core, but the Moon lacks one entirely. It's like an underdeveloped sister, which doesn't make sense once again. The theory of common origin is out, ruled out by division, capture, and all aspects of it are being overturned. Scientists stumped by Apollo's odd moonquake data. A puzzling finding leads to a chilling new hypothesis. The moon may not be natural. It could be a huge spacecraft. Don't dismiss this idea just yet. This lunar theory isn't unfounded. It addresses unsolved mysteries mainstream science can't explain. Why is the moon hollow? Apollo strikes showed vibration like a bell. How could this happen if it were solid throughout? But if it were a spacecraft with a sturdy outer shell and an internal hollow structure, that would make sense. Second, the moon appears disproportionately large relative to Earth, because if it were designed as an observation post or base, it would need sufficient space for equipment and energy storage, along with maintaining its stability. Third, and most bizarrely, rock samples show rich, rare metals like titanium and chromium on the lunar surface. Why are these top spacecraft materials concentrated on the moon? All these coincidences that mainstream theories struggle to explain seem to point towards a chilling possibility. The moon, enormous construct in Earth's orbit. Is this story more thrilling than all previous speculations? But the allure of science lies in untranslated. The hollow moon theory has been proven to be a misunderstanding. The moon remains intact due to its dry interior, unlike fragmented Earth. Seismic waves travel far inside the moon, yet it's not hollow. Space metals exist, matching early solar system formation, not artificial. Therefore, evidence confines it to fiction, not born, captured, or alien. Discarded fragments reveal truth. Abnormal sizes, missing cores, a story beyond fiction. Despite its appeal, the lunar spaceship story fails science. It can only be parked back in the hangar of science fiction, since it is neither alive nor caught. Not twins, and definitely not an alien spacecraft, so what is the truth? Leads vanished, but fragments remain. Abnormal size, missing core, mixed parts, strong dataset beyond fiction. To uncover the truth, return to the origin of this cosmic crime. Our understanding, giant impact hypothesis, vast cosmic destruction and creation. Let's rewind the clock to 4.5 billion years ago, to the crime scene itself. The protagonist is primordial Earth Gaia, the culprit, a Mars-sized planet. Scientists named it Theia. At that time, the solar system resembled a chaotic cosmic billiards hall. This lethal ball, Theia, did not collide head-on but struck Earth at an incredibly oblique angle. In that moment, the heavens cracked and the Earth split open. Theia shattered, Earth's mantle torn, billions of tons of molten rock flung into space. And in this instant, around Earth, a dark red ring of death formed, radiating ominous light. Imagine the sheer violence and grandeur of it all, yet destruction is but the prelude to rebirth. These fragments, under the influence of gravity, rapidly reassembled like a snowball rolling downhill, eventually forming what we see today as our moon. The story is nothing short of perfect. This theory acts as a master key, unlocking all previous mysteries. Why is the moon so large? Because it was formed from a planetary collision. Its abundance and lack of iron, because ejected material was mantle rock, iron stayed on Earth. Most of the iron stayed in the new Earth. Why does DNA resemble yet differ? Because it's a blend of Earth and Theia. Evidence implicates Theia. Motive, means, and outcome align perfectly. It's like solving a cosmic crime, isn't it? But just when scientists were ready to celebrate, Samples returned by Apollo revealed a detail that could overturn everything. Theia's ghost is back. New DNA shows clear Moon and Earth similarities. Are not as expected, introducing an unexpected wrinkle into the narrative. It's almost too much, resembling the Moon as if most of it came from Earth. If that were true, where did Theia's genes go then? Did they vanish like ghosts? To explain this, scientists propose bolder theories. The collision vaporized both planets into gas. The Moon lacks water and volatile elements, raising bigger mysteries. High temps from impact explain Moon's unusually dryness. Dryness mystery unsolved, high temps unexplained, aluminum isotope puzzle. Suggests higher temp, severe collision. Exceeds current physical limits. Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, much higher than what our most extreme Big Bang models simulate. Chinese letter, which means the severity of that crash. Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, beyond physics, mainstream. Chinese letter, 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 Chinese letter. It is far from conclusive. Chinese letter. What we thought was the final verdict is merely the beginning of a new investigation into the Moon. Exceeds known limits. This silent witness still guards its deepest secrets. A collision that created two worlds. Cosmic journey, 4.5 billion years from creation to stardust. Collision was our lucky break in the investigation. That gave Earth its stable seasons and provided us with a giant gravitational protector. For billions of years, it has shielded us from countless deadly impacts. The tides caused by the Moon have washed away. On ancient shores, carving out the first cradle for life to flourish. So when we gaze at the stars, survivor of a 4.5 billion-year-old collision that shaped our world. This 4.5 billion-year-old cosmic event left us a faithful space guardian. Its endpoint marks human launch into cosmos, not birth of Earth's life. When you look up at the Moon, may you see a grand tapestry of cosmic history. A hopeful springboard into the future, and our insatiable human thirst for great curiosity.